Good morning. This is Arlo Johnson from Vernon, British Columbia in Canada at 9:22 a.m. Sunday. Had breakfast here a while ago, pretty good breakfast. And I'm testing out the waters here at the Vernon Rest Home. And it's kind of a big change. I guess I'm going to try it. I guess so. I haven't really pulled the pin at the other place yet. But I guess I'm going to have to. I'm going to have to wait here to see about getting a bigger room, because that's my problem here. Oh, that's the only thing available. They do have bigger ones. I guess at the age of everyone in here, they cycle pretty fast, actually. There's none for a while, and all of a sudden there's a whole bunch. Yeah, it's sort of interesting, all right. I'm watching golf in Scottsdale, Arizona, Phoenix, and I can just see how warm and green it is there. I've been down there several times, and it's really quite a climate. Really a good climate for climbing. But you know, they have advantages like no frost, so they can, you know. I look at it from construction point of view. Like I looked around there, I saw them building a 1,800 square foot rancher on the sand. A cement pad on the sand, and they built a house on it. No basement, no nothing, just cement pad. And I really didn't see if they had footings or not. You would think so, but maybe not. The big difference in that. But you know something, there's always a big trade-off. You know, there you got weather that's always above like 60 degrees, 50, 60 degrees even at night. And you have basically desert. Can't grow anything. I mean, if they do, they have to really build up soil or fertilize or do something for a little patch. But here we are living in Canada, for instance, and we've got lots of land. We have most likely more land than, well, maybe not Russia, but other than Russia, yes. And when I grew up on a farm in Alberta, we had like 3 feet of black dirt and soil like you can't believe, and grow things there like crazy, and fast growing season, because it got warm during the summer, cold in the winter. But you know, what would you rather have? Live on land that you can't grow anything on and have sunshine and whatever, or live in a 4-season world where you can grow just about anything? Yeah, I mean, you know, and I guess you've noticed that where there's one season, just one season, and that's basically a hot summer season, year round, they're either very poor or starving. And maybe lack of water and all kinds of things. You look all through the band of earth that is basically deserts. And you know, the United States is a long way from the equator, but it has deserts. There's different kind of deserts. So there's high deserts, rocky, some you got sand in it, but you know, some kind of dirt that goes a few little sage brushes or something there, and rocks, a lot of rocks. And you know, I remember driving down there looking, you know, miles after miles, hundreds and hundreds of miles.
He's only won twice,
And I was
basically.
thinking, you know, isn't there some way that you could clear this land somehow and do something with it? Obviously not. Most likely there's not enough moisture there to do it. And I'm pretty sure you could, there's aquifers. There is big aquifers underground. Just like the claim in the Sahara Desert's got huge aquifers. And, you know, when this world was developed or started again, I mean, it was 2 or 3 times, but the last time that God actually refurbished this planet, there was water above, water on the surface, and water below. A water planet, that is for sure. I mean, I go on a cruise, you know, I've been on quite a few cruises. You know, I'm a Marine or 2 now or something with All in America. But anyway, when I sit out on the deck and I look at this water, it just amazes me. I mean, I can't fathom it. I can't figure out where or how did we get so much water. Go sailing in, you know, if you're in the Pacific Ocean, for instance, there's places that it's 17 miles deep. That's a lot of water. And water is a mysterious thing. I mean, you can boil it and steam comes off and run steam engines. You can freeze it, play hockey, curling, whatever. And liquid, you wash, drink. If you don't have it, you don't survive. Your body is made up of about 60–70% of fluids. Maybe not all water, but water-based. You know, if you, I don't know what you call it, if you sort of evaporated the human skeleton or whatever, it would just shrink into a little puddle, and all would be left is bones. And so, you know, we're operating in quite a vehicle. It's, you know, hydrated with water. Muscles, blood, everything. That makes me wonder when people, they say, you know, they call it love. And, you know, they're hugging and kissing and all this stuff. So it's one blob of water kissing another blob of water. Good grief. It's amazing to think that a promise by God that you will be given a new body, a perfect body, a body that will never deteriorate, and it will have life in it. I mean, it doesn't have to eat or sleep or do anything. It's just there all the time. And an indestructible body for eternity. That's a big thought. Ha! It really is. And no wonder sometimes these big thoughts are hard for people to handle, because, you know, our brains aren't that big. Can't handle a big thought. Yeah, but it's interesting. The thing that really is interesting is memory. You know, I sit here right now and I'm talking to you, and I've got memories flying through my mind about trips to Arizona, Las Vegas, Sweden,
Brandon, what is the cost
London.
of playing with the lead? Well, I think the highest praise the professional golfers
All these
dish
memories,
out is for players
and
who are dependable, who are predictable. They can
they're
take the lead, they can
that
handle the
far
lead.
away
Says,
from
I want the lead
being real.
because they obviously want to put themselves into a position, and I think
quite a
there's
thing.
nothing more from a confidence standpoint
And
positive.
you know, there's things in this world that just, if you know, I never used to pay attention to any of that stuff. Nothing. Now I do.
Demanding being on the lead.
The
you have to shoot. You actually have a cushion, right? It's better.
yeah,
500 tomorrow.
the thing is, there are so many things
I know that's very simple math. I get it, but
that blow your mind away, and this is on earthly level, which is a low level.
But it is not so simple to have
Not
a
a,
lead and play like the player
I mean,
you
we
were
are
building that
basically
lead.
low level. I'm watching the golf in Scottsdale, Arizona, and there must be like 150,000 people gathered in these big buildings around the 18th hole. It goes all the way around, watching 4, 5, 6 guys pounding a little white ball around and cheering and cheering and cheering. Makes you wonder. And that's in a country that is, you know, overflowing in wealth, but not just money wealth, but wealth. And I'm sure they don't, people there, they're not grateful, you know, totally grateful about that. They don't fucking complain about the weather if it's a little cloudy, or good grief if it rains. And I noticed that, I'm just looking at the stands there now, plumb full from top to bottom, around watching these guys putt. Reminds me of the cartoon I saw one time. You remember when the big nuclear scare was on? Everybody, we're going to have a nuclear-free zone, and yeah, our town council is going to vote for a deal, and we are going to be nuclear-free in this town. What kind of thinking was that? People talking and doing things like that, as if they could. Or the two guys that were golfing, and all of a sudden they see this big mushroom cloud to the south of them. They're looking at it, and the guy says, he says, I think we got time to putt. Man, you know, it is something else. People that don't believe the Bible is a extraterrestrial deal that is made for earthly people, and don't believe that, and don't believe what God says and all that. I really think, I don't think there's anything bigger mistake that can be made by the human race than that. And I guess, and it looks like there's no shortage of that. Because, you know, when you think about it, you can golf all you like, you can have all the fancy cars, you can have everything else, but you live in a destructible body that deteriorates and dies. Doesn't matter what you have, it's all gone. You can't take a thing with you or nothing. But God promises a second life to those that love Him and do His will. Yesterday was the Sabbath day. I tried to keep as good as I could. That's what I usually do. I don't belong to anything that, Seventh-day Adventist or anything like that. I just do it because it's one of the 10 Commandments. Christ told his guys, he said, if you want to see life, keep the commandments. Well, I guess that's about it. But anyway, I'm not talking about too much today, that's for sure. But I think the big thing is that you and I are being given the opportunity to observe the
What if you were a major transit system with billions
descent
of passengers
of the
taking
human
more
race
trips
on this
every
planet.
year? You aren't about to let any cyber attacks slow you down.
Yeah, and it's heading that
So
way,
you're partnering with IBM
just
to build a
faster
security
and faster and
architecture to
faster.
keep data, network, and applications protected.
Schools are
Now you can
teaching
tackle threats
kids
so they don't bring you
the
to your own
absolute opposite
and
of what
everyone's
used
own
to be
places,
taught.
including you.
And
Let's create
I don't
cybersecurity
know,
that
it says
keeps your
somewhere in
business on track.
Isaiah, and I remember
Let's create.
very plainly what it said. It said when good becomes evil and evil becomes good, you're in the end days. That's it. And that is exactly where we are today. We're right in. But, you're not supposed to let that bother you, because if you believe that God has made arrangements for those who love Him and believe that He sent His Son here, it's just bring it on a little faster. And the end will come. But God has all the time in the universe. He doesn't have to rush anything. But He's made a timeline. Only He knows what it is. Nobody else. So, I suggest that you look to the future. And when I say future, I mean future. You can't see the end of it. There's no end to it. Can't get that any other way. Anyway, that's enough for today. Thank you very much for watching. And I say God bless you.